Hello and welcome to another numbers edition of Apple a Day. In this episode, I'm continuing my series on date and time functions in Apple numbers. Today I'm covering EDATE, which returns a date and time value that is a specified number of months before or after the provided date. So let's try it out. I already have a blank numbers document open and a cell selected, so I'm just going to type in the equal sign to bring up the formula editor. And if I type in EDATE and press return, it shows me that that function takes two parameters, a start date and something called the month offset. So the first parameter is a date parameter. So I'm just going to type in a date in quotes, 2023, 08, 21. So my dates are year, month, day. I would imagine a lot of you might just use month, day, year, and that's fine. This is just something I happen to use. So if I press tab, I'm going to go to the next parameter, which is the month offset. So this specifies the number of months to add or subtract from the start date. I'll type in 3, and that should change the date to November 21st, 2023. I'll press return, and it did. It changed it to 2023, 11/21, which is November 21st. And of course, you can also use it to subtract months. So I'll double click on this cell to bring up the formula editor again. And I'm going to highlight the 3 and change that to -7. Pressing return will change that to January 21st, 2023. And it did. It took 7 months off August, which puts it to January. So that's pretty simple. There's not much to that. Of course, you can refer to other cells when using this formula, just like you can with any formula. So I'm going to clear this. I'm going to make this first column a date column. Now, I already copied some dates over from a spreadsheet. I'm going to paste them back in just to make it a little bit quicker. And in the second column, I'm going to give it a title, 3 months before. And in the first cell, I'm going to type in the equal sign to bring up the formula editor again. And I'll type in EDATE and press tab or return. And for the start date, I'm going to choose the first date in the adjacent column. Press tab again. And for the month offset, we want to go back 3 months because we called it 3 months before. So I'll type in -3 and press return. And you can see it took the date of February 5th and put it back to November 5th, which is 3 months before. I'm going to go up to this cell. I'm going to press Command C to copy it. I'm going to go to the cell right underneath, hold the Shift key down and select the last cell in the column. And if I type in Command V to paste, it will paste that formula into every single cell that's selected. And of course, numbers automatically changes the row. So it is going to apply that formula to every single one of those dates. So it just took 3 months off every single date. And of course, you can also get the number of months, which you're using to add or subtract from other cells in the table. So let's clear this column out. I'm going to change the title to months and paste in some random numbers. So what we want to do now is have the EDATE function return a date that is the number of months specified here, added or subtracted from the date specified here. I'm going to call the third column new date and select the first cell and type in equals and the function name of EDATE and press return. And for the start date, I'm going to pick the first cell in the date column, press tab. And for the month offset, I'm going to select the first cell in the month column, then press return. And you can see that it added 3 months to the specified date. If I select this, copy, choose all of the cells underneath and press Command V to paste, you can see that it copied that formula and it added or subtracted the number of months specified here to the date specified here. So what's of particular interest is this very last date is January 31st, and we're adding 1 month to it. And of course, there's no such thing as 31 days in February. So what numbers does is it adjusts the day value to the closest valid day that it could be. So it takes the 31st and changes it to the 28th. So it's not going to bump this up to the next month, which would be March, and perhaps 3 days into March, like March 3rd, because 31 minus 28 is 3. So you would think that, well, it puts it up 1 month plus those 3 days, but it doesn't do that. It respects the month value of only 1 month and adjusts the day value so that the date is still valid. Well, that's it for EDATE. a very, very simple and basic function in Apple numbers. Thank you so much for watching. I'm John Martins. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode of Apple a Day.